So this one is called South Africa is Ruined Before versus After Revealed.
Yes. Okay. You guys ready?
Like Africa looked like in 2010. But this is what it looks like today.
Yep.
Mountains
Yeah.
of trash as far as the eye can see, people living in the trash, children playing in the trash, people defecating in the trash. You can
That is true.
smell it from
That
here.
is, yeah.
This is not just this one road.
So
And the worst part is like when you drive, you have to be very careful because they just walk in the middle of the road. They don't care. And if you hit them, they'll take you to court so they can sue you for money.
yep, that is true. See, the big problem we're sitting with is open gift. Ah, there's a new emoji for everybody. There. I don't know what it is, but someone said emoji and I'm like, just post it. So the big problem we're sitting with is they don't care. They literally don't care. And most of these are foreigners that come from Zimbabwe and Mozambique and that. And they come and
Yeah.
they set up the camps, the little squatter camps and that, and they just fucking run it into the road. Into the ground.
A lot of them will take over like places that were like old train stations and all of that, and they will take over and build shacks in order to live there. And they will steal water, electricity from places. They'll run cables into like houses and steal their electricity and water.
Yeah.
So the people have to pay and they don't have to.
Yep. We have caught some people next door that has done it. They got shacks up and they will jump over the fence, run a line into your plug, and it will steal your power.
Yeah.
It is happening all
Look at that. That was a beautiful railway system, right?
Yeah.
all across
And it's a
South
fucking
Africa
shack
after
now.
years of black supremacy, radical hatred of white people.
I
Yep.
remember the place,
Marxist
yeah?
communist socialism
Yeah.
of the ANC political
Fuck,
party,
look at that
which is
place.
destroying the nation. And now, finally, some people are starting to turn around and scratch their heads and wonder, wait a second, maybe white people weren't to blame for all of the problems of South Africa this whole time.
And the problem is like all these parks that were once all green grass to like take your dogs out for walks or for children to play, it's literally become like dump sites where everything just gets dumped there.
No,
And it smells awful.
it does. What? No, I got.
Not to get into the weeds, but it is like everywhere. Or is your area a nicer, like less slummish? Where I live, it's not as bad. We have people that trim everything, although you do get the few houses that just don't care and their houses look like shit. But most neighborhoods, they try and uphold a cleaner look. But there, you do get places like this,
For
like
us,
everywhere.
all the houses are fine except the house living next to us. Because the house living next to us, they cut up into multiple pieces, and there's like 35 people living in the house, and outside there's a multiple shacks. So it's a dump.
Yeah.
And behind us, same problem, and the side of us, same problem.
Yeah, unfortunately, when they move in, they don't care, so they don't trim the gardens, they don't look after anything, they just leave it to rot.
Yeah, they run it straight into the ground.
Maybe the problem
DK, we have to go there and take it back for the peoples.
far less politically correct than blaming white people for everything.
Just gotta be said, the sound can copyright us, so we just gotta be careful.
You can't blame white people forever. How hating white people has turned South Africa into a dump.
That
Okay,
is
you can
true.
play.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the show. Really good to have you here. In today's episode of What on Earth is Going On in the World, we have got to talk about South Africa. Now,
I want to
South
get a mic
Africa
like that.
has turned into an absolute dump of a place in recent
Yo,
years.
look at that.
I had no idea just how bad it had gotten until I zoomed in to Google Earth.
You just drive around and you'll see places like this everywhere. And the worst is if there's a house that has a drug den in it, and the cops come and raid it and get the people out, the house will be vacant. Then you'll see these people come and they'll either literally burn the house or they'll take the brick by brick everything until the house is completely gone and there's no more house.
Yep. They will strip the house clean. They will
Yeah.
strip the house clean.
Went into Street View and started to look at the before versus after of so many of these different neighborhoods, and you start to see how what was otherwise these beautiful, pleasant regions.
But I feel bad and
sad for you too, and the others like you. Yeah, a lot of us, we just want to get out of South Africa to get away from this because it is so dangerous.
Yeah.
You'll see the maintenance on roads, road lights, roads itself, everything is just gone. There's nothing. So they tend to steal like the robots, the lights. So roads are extremely dark, so you can get hijacked and killed there. It's very dangerous to go out at night.
it is. It is. The thing is, the more South Africa is basically split in multiple areas. You get the rich areas. That is where the people with a lot of money, ministers, and people that run million rand companies live. They got 16 high meter walls to keep people out.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, then you get the middle class. They got their own cordon off areas and all that. Then you get the lower middle class. That's where we sit. We don't have that luxuries. Then you get the poor class. That's where a lot of my friends sit. It's bad. It's really bad. If you up before 5, they will rob you. If you are after 6 and they will rob you.
Yeah.
And they will take any opportunity. They will kill you for 5 rand.
Has now turned into a scene from District 9. It has turned into
No
a
power.
See, like all the power's off.
Every
Yeah.
piece of metal has been stolen for scrap metal. All the windows have.
And another thing is like you can drive anywhere and you'll see people sleeping anywhere and everywhere.
Yep.
You'll see them having like blankets and all of that stuff, and they just sleep everywhere. I think it's like more than 600 people died so far. Jeez.
Damn, that's a lot.
Bad. That's really bad.
Yeah.
All the windows have been.
So here's another fact for you guys. South Africa has more murders than active war zones per year. We are the highest rate murder capital in the world.
And rape.
And rape capital in the world. That's how bad it is.
Yep.
And they did a bit of a test, one of our parties, the DA party. We have 1,300 police stations, and 80% of the police stations didn't even pick up the phone when they called them because the police stations are so underfunded.
Everything is underfunded. The government hospitals are underfunded. The police stations are underfunded. Everything.
Yes.
Knocked out. Trash has built up everywhere. I had no idea just how bad it had gotten. It also has one of the highest murder rates of any other country around the world.
Yeah.
Where about 75 people are murdered every single day.
Yep, that's how bad it is.
Sexual violence is through the roof. The corruption in the police force, in the government is almost unparalleled. It is a country on its knees because of hatred against white people and all the black supremacy and the communist Marxism
and
of the ANC.
Here's the problem. They sold the European nation and they sold the Americans this dream of a civilized world. That South Africa is not political. South Africa is a rainbow nation. There we go. South Africa is a rainbow nation. We got 141 laws against white people.
Yeah.
Because of the skin of my color, I'm not allowed to get a government contract. I can't get government positions because of the skin of my color. Skin of Vaela's color. And
Getting
it's,
jobs is difficult because they first have to hire a black person before
yeah.
they hire a white person.
If you guys get some time, go look at BE, and then you see how bad it is. And this red party here, the EFF, is a communist party that wants to kill us.
Yeah, they hate white people so much that they actively go out and kill them.
They got a song called "Kill the Boer," kill the white man.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. And because remember they're black, they don't get charged, they don't get
Yep.
arrested, none of that.
If they do get charged, they get like a few months in jail and then they get sent
Yeah.
out.
I remember this one lady said the K word. Unfortunately, we can't say it because we will get arrested. And she got almost 3 years in prison because of a word.
Yeah.
And this minister, Julius, literally came out and said, "Kill the white man."
Yeah.
But
multiple times, not just once.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Party. And we are also seeing all across South Africa these slogans, these chants
Shoot and
about
killed.
killing the white people, killing the Boers, who are the white people of South Africa. People going around with mannequins of babies on sticks. People going to university wearing T-shirts that say "Kill the white people." I've got to say, not that different from universities in California or in London where white people are being blamed for everything. But this is what happens where you actually take that ideology to its logic.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
this one was sad. Grandmother 71 dies of shock after she was forced to watch her 3 granddaughters being raped at gunpoint in a home in South Africa.
Yeah. Look at that thing. That's pure hatred. He
Yeah.
got from he was a baby, he was told the white man is the problem.
Yep.
Pure hatred in his eyes.
And the worst part is that they, like, this isn't just the first case. There's so many cases of them breaking in, forcing families to watch their daughters, their mothers, their grandmothers getting raped and tortured.
Yeah.
They've tortured families, like on one farm, they tortured, I think he was like 17.
Just don't go into detail, eh?
And they basically tortured him. To death, and they killed the father, the mother in the house, and it's literally been hidden from everyone because it shows that they're not civilized.
Wow, what plan we got here? Hold on, let's read the chat. They got a
Okay,
fucking
so
plan here.
here's a plan. We will trade you two, along with your families and the people you trust, for the anti-white people here in America, so they can be with the people that they think like them.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. I like that plan. That's a good plan.
But now I am really scared for
For
you.
you guys.
We have survived for a long time.
Yeah, we know what to look out for and what to do. We know how to be prepared.
Yeah, we will be fine. Hopefully in the future. Yeah, hopefully in the future we will find something to get over. So don't worry
Yeah.
too much. Okay. I think
Okay.
this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the streaming big enough, right? So we can live off it, and then we'll immigrate to America or Europe.
Yeah.
I want to go to Scotland.
Hey, I've said that too.
Yes.
Norway, Scotland, and Switzerland as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Logical conclusion, you get people saying this kind of thing without even worrying about the consequences on social media. Kill all white colonial settlers in South Africa, all 4.7 million of them. I want them all dead, one by one. Now you have to remember that when it comes to white colonial settlers in South Africa, a lot of the black people living in South Africa today only arrived after or during the same time as white colonialization of South Africa.
Look at that graph, right? Look at that graph. It went from, let's say, a few million, and it just fucking year by the 30s and 50s, it just skyrocketed up to 45 million. 45 million.
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh.
Because what they brought with them was...
Hold on. Let's see. Let us move to Scotland. Matt, you know how to fight, so protect mommy Vaela.
First,
I already did promise for moving to Scotland. Yeah, let's all move to Scotland.
a little bit.
Look at the graft hidden behind Brutus. They can't see it.
I'm sorry. Hold on. There you go. Can you see it now? There's the graft. I hope you're happy, jackass. I promised to be. I promised to be friendly to you fucking assholes. Whoops.
D-Ribbon says, I can teach you how to fight. I do it for a living. Yeah, I could go for lessons. I would love to learn how to fight.
Yeah. Okay, let's get back to it.
Economic potential, economic prosperity.
From 1910 to 2016.
Running water, electricity.
Oh, you're a dog trainer.
Fuck off.
As a result, the land, which was basically uninhabited or slightly inhabited by tribal nomad peoples, suddenly got flooded by people from other parts of Africa moving down to live off of.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
European settlement in the region. And so it's actually more true to say that there are far more black colonial settlers of South Africa than white people. And so
but the problem is you can't say that. If you said no, we were here from the beginning, you were not fucking here from the beginning. Because everything from Cape Town down was not settled by no one.
That was more settled by the what were they called?
The Khoikhoi and them.
Sand, and the sand people.
They're not settlers. They're nomads. They travel.
Yeah.
They never stay still in one place. That's not who they are.
Yeah, but they were mainly traveling around there. But people say they colonized, which was wrong.
No, you know what? It's because history was so corrupted after apartheid. Because you know what's the easiest thing? Blame it all on the white person. Right, then you don't have to look like blame here. Then you don't have to look about all the corruption and trillions of dollars that are getting stolen and our country getting run into the ground. Don't worry about it. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where they say, no, people were there before. But if you look back past before apartheid and all of that, the history shows that no one really lived there.
Yeah.
Here that it's white people that are only the colonial settlers and never the black people is laughable when you have a better understanding of the history. But we'll move on from that, okay? So now let's take a look at Google Maps to get a better idea of the transformation which has occurred on the street level. So this is Johannesburg. This is very, very central. That's the famous tower there. You've got sports stadium.
Well, I
will get the money to get you out there. Thank you, Vegeta, but it's going to cost a lot of money.
Yes, it takes a lot of money and it takes documents and all that stuff because, yeah, it takes a lot.
D-Raven says, I will contribute too.
Yeah.
Here.
So you see that tower right there, right? That round tower? That
not in the distance, the one he's probably going to show soon. But yeah, sorry, continue.
Not right there, the Vodacom tower, right? That was one of the worst ever criminal dens in the world, right? This thing was that bottom floor.
It's also called the suicide tower.
Yes, that bottom floor was filled up with trash, bodies, illegal dog. They used to do illegal dog fighting. There was massive gangs that moved in, right? It was bad.
This is the famous suicide tower.
Oh yeah.
It's like an empty tube of a building, and as you can tell by the name, people were jumping from the top. And it was overtaken by these gangs. It was occupied. It was turned into a slum by these squatters. It
was bad.
Just dumping trash.
Yeah.
When they eventually cleared it out to try and renovate it and take back control of it, they found huge numbers of bodies at the bottom. But let's move on to this area here. So let's go down to the street level. Let's drop the little orange guy and see what it looks like. This is what it looked like in 2010.
I remember that.
Well-kept place.
Yeah.
Very safe and something that looks similar to what you'd find all over the United States, perhaps San Francisco because of the hills, Europe, Australia. It's a very familiar looking scenery for a Western kind of country. Got it in your mind? That's the before.
Yes.
This is the after.
Yep.
Look at it.
Absolute fucking trash.
All the windows have gone. You got people squatting there, hanging up their laundry. No windows whatsoever. Okay, so no safety. You've seen
So what they'll do, they will take this building. This building necessarily will have a fire, right?
Yeah.
Burn a bird, gets damaged, and people evacuate the building. The landowners can't afford to fix it, and then the
Yeah.
squatters come and they'll strip everything out of the building and then squat
Yep.
there.
And that's why you'll see like it looks like the place was torched in the inside. Well,
Yeah.
is because that's what they do. They literally set the places on fire, so the people that own the place cannot renovate and like fix it up. And then the squatters move in, they destroy everything. It's the same with like the drug dens that I was talking about.
Yes.
They burn the place out so the people can't come back and fix it, and then they'll destroy the place completely.
fences, you've seen walls being destroyed, the bricks stolen and sold.
There's a shack right
Anything
there.
metal has been
Yeah.
stolen as well for scrap metal. So notice in the before picture, you see this road sign here.
Look at that.
Now look at today.
Look how beautiful that place looked, right?
Gone.
Yep.
All the road signs have
Fucking
been stolen
gone.
and sold for scrap metal. People just hanging their laundry there. And you've seen in just a few short years what was otherwise a safe-looking neighborhood turn into an absolute war zone. It looks like a war zone. Look at it.
Does.
Looks like a scene from The Walking Dead. But there's so much to cover, so let's move on. This is another scene here from this neighborhood. Looks relatively clean and safe.
Look at that. Beautiful building.
Quiet.
The
This
roads
is-
are clean. Look at the trees. Everything looks proper.
This is 2009 or 2010. This is what it looks like today.
Yeah.
Okay. Piles of
Yep.
trash. What looks like sewage runoff. Everything down
10
the
to 1,
street
a
looks-
water pipe burst, and it just refused to fix it.
Yeah, that's what happens here is that they will break water pipes or pipes will break and they'll leave it and then people will not have water for weeks.
I am mad.
These politicians doing everything for their agenda. Yep.
And they will leave it. They will leave it. It will run, it will break, and they will just leave it. It's not worth it for them to fix it.
Yeah.
Street looks like an absolute slum, a war zone. Glass has been punched out. You're seeing whatever.
Oh, that's
this green stuff
everywhere.
is here.
Fuck, look at
This
that.
is just in a few short years,
Yeah.
okay? Now, let's move on to this other location, this quiet suburban area. Not exactly the wealthiest place in the world, but nevertheless, something that you'd see and find all over Europe, Australia, the United States, where you have these homes, you've got these walls, a little bit of graffiti there, but nothing out of the ordinary, really. okay?
Yes.
So you see there with the umbrella and that, those people usually go and sell like vegetables and fruit and all of that.
Yes.
And they'll set up in certain places and they will leave trash there.
Yeah.
They will dump the fruit and vegetables around to stink up and to just rot.
And the problem is because our cleaning system, the people that come out to clean, they will drive right past it. If it's not in a black bag, they won't pick it
Yeah.
up. They'll just leave it. Okay.
Really. Okay, so this is 2009. This is 2013. Okay, about the same looking thing here. This is what it looks like today. It looks like an
Look at
absolute
that.
bomb has been
Yep.
dropped on this
Look at
building.
that.
You've
So
got
you can
fires
see
being
that they
set,
burnt the
charring
place.
Yeah.
They burnt the place out. They stole the windows and all of that, and then they took over. And that's what they do. If you're living in a place, they'll literally they'll set your place on fire, so you have to leave, and then they'll take over.
And it gets bad.
Mm.
Because a place like this is usually where they will sell drugs,
Yeah,
and they will make it into a whole house as well.
yeah,
Carring the brickwork outside. Every piece of scrap metal has been sold. All of the trash is piling up, so there's no waste management anymore. No one's paying those taxes. It looks like people are even stealing the tiles from the floor, from the street to be sold elsewhere.
Yeah, the bricks.
Tons of
Yeah.
trash, okay? People are burning what looks like it might be plastic.
That's when someone's selling merch.
Smog and carcinogenic chemicals there.
We are working on something. I found a place where we can do merch.
Okay, cool.
And
We'll
then-
have to speak about it and see.
Okay, awesome.
And this is now the reality of South Africa. And you just think, who lives like this? Who
Yeah.
wants to live like this? Why aren't people just going, okay, guys, we are embarrassing ourselves here, right? We've got school children right there. They deserve better. We are living like absolute animals. Let's sort our lives out. Come on, let's all get together. Let's clean up. Let's sort our societies out. Let's clean up our neighborhoods. But no, it seems like these people are perfectly fine and content living like this. And
Yeah,
the cancer
they don't
will
care.
spread, unfortunately.
They
This
don't.
is something that will spread. If you don't fix it, it spreads further and further. And then what happens is people start going, well,
What? Is what this?
Who wants to live like this? Yeah, and the thing is that they just don't care.
Yeah.
Because they lived in like these tin shack houses, and then they want a bigger place because they want their whole family in, and they have like 20 kids themselves. So then they go and move into these types of places too.
Yeah. Trust me, they used to. A lot of these are foreigners. They come from like poor African countries, so they are used to living like this. So they come here,
Yeah.
they set their shack up because the government has a new thing called land grabbing. So nobody's illegal. So you can move into someone's property, claim rights, and they can't evict you.
Yeah.
And then they fucking yeah.
Yeah. No.
I
Finish.
know. Then they run their property into the ground.
I mean, if let's say they want to move into the place that I live in, we basically can't call the police on them because they're allowed to.
Yep. That's why you always got to keep everything locked. We are literally living in prisons.
Yeah. Our doors are barred, our windows are
Windows.
barred, our fences are heavily like fortified. We have to live in prisons and in constant fear, make sure our gates are locked, make sure our doors are locked, our cars are locked. Like, that's just how we have to live here.
Yeah. So, let's take a simple one, right? Before you get into mouse, it's a palisade. If you go a little bit further, you get our main door. Our main door has I helped build it so it is bars. It's basically steel. It's a steel metal gate. Not this cheap steel. You can't break it, trust me. And then you get our wooden door, which is locked. Then we got a third door before you get to the main house. Then you got an alarm system between it. That's how much security you need. I got bars on my windows.
Yeah.
We
Every
also,
house basically
yes.
does.
Because they will break the window and they'll come into your house. They'll steal your stuff.
Yeah. Or worse yet, you get one of those very skinny ones that manage to like literally get in through the bars.
Yeah. 3 doors for one house. Yep. You have to.
So basically like importing squatters. Yep.
Yeah.
So another thing is like what farmers are now dealing with is like these people will move in, build their shacks and all of that on their property, and they can't do anything because they can turn around and say, well, you're not using this land, so we can take it.
Yeah. And they'll just take it. They don't care.
And then they'll just steal or take what they want from the farm.
Yes. Okay, we finishing?
if you're doing that, why should I live?
Not
here?
finishing,
You're
we're
not helping to
continuing.
maintain the neighborhood, I'm gonna go. And then people that move into this devalued property now are of the people that likely don't care that it's messy, and creates a feedback loop. And then what happens is more and more people don't feel like it's their obligation to look after the place because, well, they're not looking after it. So why should I? They've dumped rubbish, so I'm going to dump rubbish. And it creates this feedback loop, okay? And this creates a culture of dropping trash on the ground, a culture where no one is contributing to society, and a culture that is fixated on blaming white people for everything, so much so that they can't even look at themselves in the mirror and the problems that they are causing themselves. But it gets worse, okay? So
look at that.
check out this area.
Yeah.
I remember
Business
this
district.
company.
Looks like a factory, perhaps, creating cartons and labels. You've got a functioning area, people showing up for work in their cars, very clean. You've got people in suits, looks like security guards. This is what it looked like in 2010, and this is what it looks like today. Look at it.
Fuck.
It looks like a movie set from 28 days later, right? Everything has been destroyed.
That is bad.
Every window has been knocked out. Every scrap of metal has been sold. And what was formerly this pleasant, tarmacked, clean,
Look at that.
windowed painted place of work, of employment.
So the problem is, they tax the shit out of these companies,
Yeah.
and then these companies go, okay, we're gonna take all our stuff and we're gonna go overseas and we're gonna shut down. 300 people's jobs gone.
Lost. Yeah.
Chat.
Advice for Brutus: take a baseball bat, add nails to it. Add nails to it and barbed wire. I actually have a baseball bat next to my bed just in case, as well as
Yes.
knives just in case, because if somebody's to break in, I would like to have a weapon.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not understanding the point. Why remove the windows? Because the windows have metal in it. So they take the metal and then they go and sell it.
Yeah, and glass.
And the glass, yeah.
Yeah.
Why take down the walls? Because they steal the bricks and they go and sell the bricks and for money.
They
And then
will basically strip the bricks away. They will strip anything that's not basically bolted down. They will strip it away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scrap, if you have enough of it, it can make quite a lot of money.
Yes.
So that's why they will tear down all the windows, take all of that, and they might get enough money for drugs or alcohol or food or something.
Yes, that is true. That is true. Okay.
Has now turned into a war zone. How do you destroy a country like this? How do you do it? The answer
With
is
hate.
resentment and blaming white people for everything. This is going to be a broken record throughout this whole episode.
Yeah.
Just look at this. Please.
Ran it straight into the
Basically,
fucking ground.
The depravity
Yeah.
and the destruction caused by this sick ideology. Right? You think white people did this? No. Okay? White people did not do this. Now, let's look at this location in South Africa. Again, you'd see sites like this. This beautiful country. Look at the trash, right? All the metal has been sold as scrap, and now you're seeing these slums being erected on these locations.
Yep.
Which I'm sure has to do with the reappropriation of land that was owned by the white people and then given over to the black people. Black people that come from a farming background that can't function and make use of the land. And as a result, they've just created these slums where they've gone around, and I'm assuming, stolen anything they could,
Yeah.
stolen the water pipes. So now you've got, issues with running water. There's no sewage. And this is what you get, okay? This is what you get. Now, there is a lot more to show you in today's episode, so I will try and be quick, but let's check out this other location, okay? This
Thanks,
is what
DK.
the street in South
What's
Africa looked like.
No, he just says looks to be legit music, so it could be copyrighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try and stay away from those types of music because YouTube really does not like it.
Yeah, once you do a copyright song, there's a big possibility after a while they hit you with a copyright and hit you a copyright, and then they hit you with a copyright strike. Then our channel's fucked.
Yeah.
Like in 2010. But this is what it looks like today.
Yeah.
Mountains of trash as far as the eye can see.
Just
People
shit on.
living in the trash, children
Yeah.
playing in the trash, people defecating in the trash. You can practically
Oh,
smell
we've
it.
seen this. This was the beginning.
The beginning, yeah.
Okay, let's skip a bit forward. And now,
Train
there we go.
station, you can see people here gathered outside, maybe waiting to be collected by.
Before he skips, this is one thing I can tell you, right? We used to have the best train system in Africa.
Yeah.
It was so high quality, right? The Japanese will be even proud of us. We used to have the best power system, ESCOM, in the world. One of the best, right? It was so good you could classify it as a first world country power system. Waste management, sewer systems, water supplies, water purification, police infrastructure, military infrastructure. Now we are running, all of it's destroyed.
Yeah.
The black ANC,
We don't even have a military.
no. The the black ANC government took it and they ran it into the ground.
Because they didn't know how to work any of it, so...
Yeah. That's how bad it was.
us, but this is what it looks like today.
There's not even a
That
train
traffic
st-
has been stolen,
There's not even a
it's been
fucking train
expensive,
station left
no
anymore.
trains, everything has gone. It has been turned into a ghost town. And another aspect
Even
of
the
this
road
is
is
that
destroyed.
Yeah.
because we are seeing such high amounts of dysfunction in the
Load
society,
shedding.
we're seeing all these power cuts take place across South Africa. In 2023, power cuts occurred on over 300 days of the year.
Yep.
We saw 287
Yep.
full days worth of outages, 6,894 hours of load shedding on the power grid. And basically, you got to think about what this means for businesses. Okay, so first of all,
It'll
the
kill you.
railways shut down. There's no more electricity to keep them running. When the power is turned off, people are able to grab the metal and sell it for scrap. So
Yeah.
let's look at this other location here. This was once part of the railway system. It was part of the energy grid here. But if you just
And now
fast
look at
forward
it.
from 2009 to today, you see every scrap of metal has been stolen.
They even stole the roofs.
window sills and the metal
Yeah,
on the roof
they
has
need
been
to build their
stolen.
shacks.
And so
Yeah.
now the metal from the railway systems have gone. And now if you just go around the corner here,
It's
you
just
see what's
shacks.
happened is
That's
that
all
they've
it
built
is.
slums on those railway lines, okay? And this is what they're doing all over South Africa, basically cannibalizing the infrastructure that was keeping the country running. If you lose power, you also lose CCTV, so crime rates have gone up.
Yeah.
Anyone that
Yep.
works with the internet or with computers can't work. So you think of all the offices, all the banks, even if you're in the creative industries, using computers, filmmaking, graphic design, that's now
I remember when I was working as a doctor account, like working for accounts for doctors,
Yeah.
and the power would go off. We actually had to buy a generator in order to keep on working because the power would be off for like 2 to 4 hours
Every
a
day.
day.
Yeah.
And it might be on for like 2 hours, and then again it'll turn off again for another 4 hours, and they will be on for 2 hours, and they will turn off again for another 4 hours. So that's how it was like all the time, every single day.
That's how bad it was. Yo, we were
Yeah, I really don't understand how your country's GDP is still growing.
It's not. We for the last 7 years we grew 1%. That is fuck all.
I'll just say it as a joke, but who's worse now, SA or NK?
Again.
offline. That's now offline. All the supermarkets, right? All the fridges and refrigerators
Just gone.
can't run.
North
unless they
Korea.
have
Oh,
generators.
it's North Korea.
North Korea. North Korea is still much worse.
Yeah,
There, if
I
you
think we're on our way there.
we becoming like Zimbabwe.
We're becoming worse than Zimbabwe at some point. Zimbabwe is now, they've kind of fixed their problem, but they've lied doing it.
Yeah. I thought what?
No, I thought India was bad, and then I'm seeing this. Yeah, it's pretty bad. We have like the highest crime rates and rape rates here in the country.
Yes.
Generators have sold out. And so
Mhm.
you're seeing all the lights go out at night time, and so that gives rise to more sexual violence on the streets, more theft.
Yeah.
And this has destroyed the country, okay? This has completely destroyed the country. They don't know how to run it. They don't know how to run it. All they know is blaming white people and resentment.
Yeah.
And that's what you get. Now, unfortunately, the left-wing media do not report on this. They are parroting the lines of the ANC, which is just blaming white people for everything. So let's check out this
That's the
video
problem.
from Vox, a more left-leaning media outlet, and see the way they report on this.
This strip in Cape Town, South Africa, divides the beachside community of Strand from the township of Nomzamo. They're only a few meters apart, but the people on each side live very different lives. Strand has backyards and driveways. Nomzamo is much more dense,
Yeah.
and the people here have fewer basic services.
What she doesn't say, right? Because she's narrating like this is the rich, this is the poor, the white people rich, the black people poor. No.
No.
This
I can guarantee you there's a lot of black people also living in those nice houses.
this is basically a few guys came like, okay, cool, we're gonna set our squatter camp up here, and everybody rushed in to go set up squatter camps. And it's just
Yeah.
mass squatter camps that got set up.
Yes. It's also so easier so they can steal electricity and that.
Electricity, water, basic services, And then remember, you're close to a proper area, right? So it means all the thieves got a nice way to break into your houses and then quickly run to the township and nobody can find them.
Less piped water,
Yeah.
less internet access. And Nonzamo is majority black, while the area across the line is majority white. If we use dots on a map to represent race, you can see how stark that divide is. If we zoom out to the whole city, we can see it's actually everywhere. And this is the case across much of South Africa. The color of your skin here often determines where you live. It all
No.
So this is not right. No, this, hold on.
Mm-mm.
White color. Indians and Asians, white. Okay, the graphics is okay. The only difference is, right, it's more dense. So the white populations pretty much got pushed out and they're more spread out, where the black populations are dense, very dense,
Yeah.
very compressed. Same with the Indian populations, they're very spread out. The color populations are very spread. The blacks are so dense to each other.
And skin color is being blamed for this. Okay, they're so close to getting it, but they just completely miss it. So you see here in this video that skin color is being blamed for this, that the implicit diagnosis is that it's white people oppressing black people and that apartheid hasn't gone away and that it's basically still the same today. Look at the piped water access. Look at the internet access, right? It says nothing here about how it's black people in those exact same areas that
Yep,
are
there
Look
they
at
see
that.
me
stealing
a
water
light.
pipes and
Yeah.
stealing the copper cables, which has meant that they can't enjoy internet access or running
But hey, Brutus, you asked.
You asked us to make some, so we are not guilty.
Funny.
water. It says nothing about the fact
Look at
that
that.
the white people who are inventing and creating and providing the piped water and the internet access and the cables and coming up with all this technology for everyone to enjoy, but it is being
And they do it in
ruined
broad
by a
daylight,
certain
eh?
percentage of the black
Because they know they
community
will
or
get
black
away with it.
demographic who
That
are
is
ruining
true.
it for everyone else.
Look at this. From Aquadog 302 BC. African belt.
Village in 2019.
We're not
So
saying
it's
anything.
not like white people are
Yep.
trying to go out of their way to make the lives of black people worse. It's the other way around. And it's a sad reality that is affecting the lives of
Yeah.
other black Africans that don't want it this way. And I absolutely love South African people. I love them. I had a really great maths teacher at school, this black South African rugby player guy, wonderful guy, really inspirational guy. Miss him a lot. My next door neighbor today is a black South African. Lovely family. I love them to bits. My kids go around their house and play all the time. Wonderful. But there's a reason why they don't live in South Africa anymore. And there's
Yeah.
a reason why so many South Africans, black and white, are leaving and are getting the heck away from all this black supremacy and white hatred, okay? Because it's destroying the country, okay? But left-wing media don't talk about this, all right? Now, a couple of more locations before we wrap up with the video. Here we see an underpass. very
Oh, I know
clean,
where
no
this is.
potholes.
Yeah,
This
yeah, I
is
know
Looks
too.
even better than
yeah.
some
This is in Joburg just before you reach into the main city. This is
Yeah.
one of the ways you can take into the main city.
parts of downtown LA and San Francisco. This is what it
The
looked like.
bridges are basically highway roads.
Yeah.
So up there is like where the highways go across.
Yes. And if you turn to the right, that's a police station.
This is what it looked like
So
in
if you swing to the right,
2013 in
that's a whole police
Johannesburg.
station.
This is what it looks like today.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that.
Yep.
Look at it. People are now living there. You can imagine the drug use. All right. You're seeing potholes now. Just disgusting.
Look at that whole
This is
police station gone. That there
Yeah.
was a police station gone.
how you
Yep.
turn a first world country into a third world country. The same is true in this little area of Johannesburg. Okay. So there's no graffiti here. Very clean, well kept and maintained. This is what it looked like in
Yes.
2009. And this is what it looks
Look
like
at that.
today. All right.
Yeah.
Same thing. every
Absolute
single time. Here we
shithole.
have another location, this high-rise block of apartments here. Not the best place to live in the world, but certainly not the worst. Let's look at it today.
Look at that.
Look at that. Just all the trash,
Yeah.
time and time again. Another example is this public swimming pool. You can't quite see it, but it's just there behind the trees. You see this metal.
Yeah, you
fence
can
here.
see a bit of the
It doesn't
pool
look very
there.
well
Yes.
maintained. It looks like it's already on its way out. But This is what it looked like in 2010, and this is what it looks like today. The swimming pool has gone. It's been filled in with
Wow.
dirt
Fuck,
and
okay.
trash, and it's become the local rubbish dump. And this is what you find now. Look at it.
Yep.
All gone.
Absolutely heartbreaking. You know, this is how no one can enjoy nice things. The kids don't get to.
I can clear it.
I can clearly see a pattern around the world. Rich white people forcing education and hate towards white peoples, blaming us for everything. Yeah, it's easier to hate than to just accept that sometimes it's not always
Yeah.
everyone else's fault.
Enjoy swimming pool. They don't get to learn to swim, and the whole society is just crumbling now, crumbling to pieces. So we are seeing South Africa being transformed by all
Look
of
at
this
that.
Oh,
pride,
yes.
all this resentment, and all this hatred.
So this is a
So much
shop.
So that shopkeepers now, not only are they having to put metal bars
Yo!
on their windows,
Hit him with a
Yeah.
hammer.
are being bludgeoned to death.
And check
people
check
with hammers.
I've seen this before. This is so sad. So he hits him like multiple times on the head, and then he stops, and the guy either moves or groans or something, and he goes back and he does it again.
Just so that the person with the hammer can take a few sweets and a few coins from the cash registry behind the desk, right? This
Yeah,
is
there
the
he goes
cost
back.
of a human life now in South Africa. A hammer
And there he goes again.
bludgeoned on the back of the head just so they could steal a few things from the shops. Now, what do you think that does
If you walk down the
to
street,
businesses in the region?
if
think
you
that makes
walk
them-
down the street, they will do that to you.
Yeah.
If you're a big guy like me, I'm 6'2" and I'm built big. They will hit you from behind and steal everything out of your pockets. They will kill you for your phone.
Yeah.
That's
They
what.
will kill anyone, a child, anything. If they have a phone or money on them, they don't care what color you are, they don't care who you are, what's your age. They will attack you, kill you, and then steal what you have.
Yep.
Hello.
Oh, it's you. Hi. But yeah,
Want to set up in these neighborhoods which are predominantly black populated, or do you think it drives them away? It drives them away. Okay, the crime rates are too high, the theft is too high, and the risk of being murdered is too high. And this is also happening in America, and then people blame white people for it, for the food deserts in the black neighborhoods. Right? They show you all the Whole Food stores in white neighborhoods, and they show you how none of them exist in the largely black neighborhoods, and then they just blame white people for that. It has
Yeah.
to do with black caused crime, black caused theft, right? Black caused drive-by shootings. And this drives businesses away, right? Now we need to be real about this because we can't forever live off of the narrative that white people are to blame for
This
it.
is
They just
stupid.
are not, okay?
what is
Play
this woman?
feminist.
A safer, more prosperous, okay?
What is wrong with this woman?
It's feminist. They kissing the boots of like blacks and all of them as an apology for what happened to their ancestors and all of that.
They fucking joke.
People are healthy there.
They are.
To learn
They're
from the white
stupid.
people, not hate them and run off of this resentment, because it will just destroy you and destroy everything around you. And look, if your worldview, if your philosophy, if the lens that you look through reality from is that of resentment, it will fracture your reality. You will stop seeing reality properly, and it will just
What?
destroy you and everything around you. And this philosophy of resentment is the ideology of the South African government, and that is why South Africa is being destroyed.
Yeah.
Resentment, lack of humility, lack of
Here's the problem. They got a deep hatred. A
They
very
do.
deep hatred for black people, and they don't forget. And
For
they
white people, you mean?
sorry, sorry. They got a deep hatred for white people, and they don't forget. They got tribalism. So they will basically target you and target you and target you and target you and break you and break you and break you and put 10,000 different laws just to kill you.
openness to learn. This resentment is destroying South Africa. And it's the same wherever you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at the Middle East. The Middle East is driven on resentment of the West. The resentment of Christians, the resentment of the Jews.
Oh, it
resentment
means
of
all right, all right.
Oh, okay.
And look at the Middle East. Every single Islamic country is an absolute dump. Okay, bar just a couple which are wealthy from the oil, but are still not exactly places you'd go for a good human rights track record. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the Soviet Union and all the communist countries, okay? Communism is a resentment philosophy.
Yeah.
It was all
Mm.
blaming.
Communism, Islam is a disease.
Yeah.
Wherever it affects, it destroys. Whatever Islam touches, it destroys. Whatever communism touches, it destroys and runs the countries into the ground.
Yeah.
The wealthy people and the rich for all their problems, and massacred. And
Back
the
to the
next
video,
wealthiest
please.
people were then fair game. And then the next wealthier, and then the next wealthier. And then it became whoever had 2 potatoes instead of 1 was seen as rich, and then you had to massacre them and send them to
Yeah.
the work camps and the gulags. And it destroyed everyone. It destroyed the Soviet Union. It destroyed Russia, I should say. And this is what resentment does. And now resentment is now seeping like venom into the bloodstream of Western society in Europe, in America, in Australia, and Canada and beyond, in the form of wokeness, in the form of intersectionality, diversity, equity, inclusion, Black Lives Matter, all that kind of stuff, which is blaming white people and the West for all of the problems. And the same thing is going to happen to Europe as has happened in the Middle East.
What? Brutus?
Has the giggle that is able to bring a smile to a math teacher's face.
Fuck off!
Oh, you made him. You made him shy.
Let's get back to it.
And South Africa. Okay, we need to move beyond the spirit of Cain. If you familiarize yourself with the story of Cain and Abel,
Yes.
where you had
Mhm.
Abel making the appropriate sacrifices, which was pleasing to God, and then you had Cain, who didn't make the appropriate sacrifices, and instead of learning from that and aligning himself back with reality and the source of truth and reality itself, became consumed with rage and resentment, and then murdered his brother, murdered Abel. Instead of learning from him, murdered him. The same thing is happening in South Africa. The people making the appropriate sacrifices, paying their taxes, working really hard, contributing to society, instead of learning from them, they're massacring them. They're driving them out. And now what's left? Okay, we've got the spirit of Cain running these countries now. Learn your lesson, Europe. Don't turn your country into a...
The problem is Europe. Okay, now Europe is standing, but Europe was taken by the left mob that ran Europe into the ground. That
Yeah.
actually ran Europe into the ground. They allowed all these foreigners from the Western African countries and the Middle East that have horrible track records into their country. Look at this Britain. All Britain's young women got raped. They have a whole generation that's pretty much fearful for their own country. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
But Brutus has the
Has a fan. Good for you, you chihuahua.
funny. It was.
Meant to be a compliment.
I know, thank you. Yeah, but
slave because of these resentment philosophies. Detect them a mile away and fend them off. Fight it back and run away from them, okay? Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hype the video as much as you can. It really helps the algorithm boost these more controversial topics.
Mm.
Subscribe to the show if you haven't already. Super close to the 100,000 mark at this point, which is really exciting. Check out the merch store down below to support the channel. And lastly, I want to say a massive thank you to the X account, Josie vs. Josie, who has compiled so much of these before and afters. Which
okay, I'm just gonna stop the music because the music's gonna
Yeah.
screw us with copyrights.
Yeah.
That's the problem. South Africa got ran into the ground, and now we are suffering for it. Okay, I'll switch this over
Yep.
to the main chat.